dear children. How are you? I hope all of you are fine. So welcome back to the class. Today we are going to read a story. And the title of the story is The Broken Gate, written by Enid Blyton. So before moving forward, let us see who is Enid Blyton. Shall we? Okay. Enid Blyton was born on 11th August 1897 in London, United Kingdom. Enid Blyton, an English children's writer whose books have been among the world's best sellers since the 1930s, selling more than 600 million copies. She wrote on a wide range of topics including education, natural history, fantasy, mystery, and biblical narratives, and is best remembered today for her Noddy, Famous Five, Secret Seven, and Mallory Towers. Enid Blyton was died on 20th November 1968 in London, United Kingdom. So in this class, we are going to read the story The Broken Gate, written by Enid Blyton, and the story is extracted, or it's a story from the collection of the stories titled Funtime Tales. So let us read the story. Old Man Twinkle wanted a boy to help him in his shop. He needed a boy who could drive Jenny and the pony, for all Twinkle's goods were taken round in the cart. So there was an old man whose name is Twinkle. Yes, so he wanted a boy to help him in his daily course, daily shop work. And what was the work? The work was nothing but to take the goods round in the cart. So that's why the old man Twinkle put up a notice in his window. And the notice was stated like this: Wanted, boy to help after school hours. So he did not want a boy for a full day work, but for a part-time job. So he put up this notice on the window. All the boys saw the notice and many of them thought they would try for the job because it's a part-time job and a school-going boy can do this after the school hours on Saturdays, and they can also earn some pocket money by doing this job. That's why many boys thought that they would try for this job. And also, the old man Twinkle was a very generous and kind man. That is also a plus point to apply for this wonderful job. That evening, all the boys, George, Henry, Peter, and Harry, went to see Old Man Twinkle. So, who all went to see the old man? Yes, George, Henry, Peter, and Harry. Jack, who was called the smallest by his friends, who hesitated to try for the job because of his ragged clothes, also went to see who would get the job. So particularly George, Henry, Peter and Harry wanted the job. That's why they went to give the interview. But why did Jack go there? Because he just wanted to see who would get the job. Why Jack thought that he will not get the job? He thought that because Jack himself thought that he was inferior because he was wearing ragged clothes. That's why he was hesitated to apply for the job. Old Man Twinkle wasn't ready to see anyone for the moment. When all these boys, George, Henry, Peter and Harry, went to meet the old man Twinkle, at that time Twinkle wasn't ready. He was busy. That's why he asked them to play in the yard till he called them. Seeing an enormous yard gate swinging to and fro in the wind, all five boys climbed up on the gate. So when all four of them, who are they? George, Peter, Henry and Harry, along with Jack, when they went to the yard, there was an enormous gate swinging because of the wind. Seeing that gate, all five of them just climbed up on the gate. They shouted and pretended to whip the gate to make it gallop. It was already swinging forward and backward, and just to play it, they climbed up on the gate and they started feeling as if they were sitting on a horse and they were playing. It swung to and fro, and the boys shouted with delight. Because of their whip, the yard gate started moving very fastly or swung very fastly. And all the boys were very delighted to play that game. And then suddenly something happened. When they were playing on the gate, sitting on that gate, something had happened. What happened? Let us find out. The gate was old and was not meant to carry five heavy boys. So the gate was enormous, but it was old. It could not carry the load or the weight of five boys. It broke away at the hinges. Hinges is nothing but the joint. And the boys found themselves sliding off because the hinge joint was not proper. It broke. All the five boys were about to fall down. They were sliding off. The gate gave a groan and hung all crooked. So it started making the sound and it bent down, swinging in a very peculiar manner. All the boys thought that the old man Twinkle was at the front of the shop and he could not see what had happened. All five of them were sitting on the gate, and because of their action, the old gate was broken. Yes, they thought that all these things were not seen by the old man Twinkle because he was in front of his shop. Yes, and all the five of them, though they broke the gate, they were not ready to tell what happened in the backyard with the enormous gate. Except Jack. Jack said to all of them that, but we ought to tell them that what had happened, we should tell old man Twinkle. If we don't tell, then they would seem like a coward. Jack also further said that his mother had told him that if one shouldn't accept their mistake, that is a cowardliness. One should always own up what one has done. That's why he also suggested his friends to confess whatever they have done. But his friends, George, Peter, Henry and Harry, refused his advice. They thought that if they tell what had happened, the old man Twinkle may not give them a job. That's why they refused to confess. At this moment, Mr. Twinkle called everyone for the interview. That's why none of them were not agreed to tell what had happened. Twinkle interviewed them one by one. He asked them some questions and also asked whether they knew anything about the broken gate. So he took the interview one by one, not in a group. And he asked the same question to everyone. What was the question? That they know anything about the broken gate. Surprisingly, all the boys pretended not to be knowing anything about the broken gate. Though they have only broken the gate, they behaved as if they don't know anything about the broken gate. Mr. Twinkle told he would make his choice that evening. After interview, Mr. Twinkle or the old man Twinkle announced that he will tell the result in the evening. So everyone went off. They went to home except Jack. Jack was still there. But Jack did not give interview, right? He did not give it. He was worried about the broken gate. He was still in that backyard and he was worried about the gate. It was dreadful to break thing and not to tell about it and not even try and mend it. Jack thought that if one has made the mistake, it's their responsibility to tell what had happened and at least one should try to repair it or correct it. In this case, they have broken the gate. That's why Jack thought that he should at least try to repair the gate. He wondered if he could mend it. He tried to repair it. He swung the gate a little to see how much it was broken. He was trying to make sure whether he can repair it or not by swung the gate a little to see whether it was broken. Old man Twinkle saw Jack from the window. So old man was in his shop. Through the window he saw Jack and he called him in. He asked whether Jack was the boy who was after the job. For that Jack said no. I'm too small and not very clever and I'm a bit ragged too because my mother hasn't much money. So he gave also the reason. What was the reason for not applying for the job? Because Jack was too small, his physical appearance was very small and not very clever and he was intelligent, not as intelligent as his friends and I am a bit ragged too. He was not even wearing a proper cloth because Jack's mother doesn't have money. For that, old man said, okay, if you're not here for the interview, then what were you doing in the backyard? Do you know anything about the broken gate? The old man asked. For that, Jack was a little bit worried. He said, or he was confused what to say. And he thought that if he would confess what happened, then his friends will be in trouble. They may not get the job. That's why he was hesitant to confess. He went red. He was embarrassed. Till he said, yes, Mr. Twinkle, I do know about the gate. Though he was hesitant, he was confused, he was worried, embarrassed. Even after that, Jack was very honest. That's why he said, yes, he knows about the gate. What do you know about it? Asked the old man. So straight away, old man asked, then what do you know about it? I was swinging on it when it broke, Jack confessed very bravely. Though he did not feel at all brave, for Twinkle was frowning. Twinkle's facial expression was very fierce, okay, very aggressive. Though Jack confessed. So your weight broke my gate, did it? Said old man Twinkle. He looked fierce. For that, Jack said, not exactly, not really because of my weight. Then what do you mean not exactly? Asked Twinkle. Now, very politely, Jack replied that some other boys and I were swinging together on it and it broke. It's not only because of my weight, but because of some other boys' weight also. I wanted to come and tell you, really I did. He also said he wanted to tell him beforehand. But the others said no, because the other boys said, or because other boys refused, he didn't come and told him what had happened. I stayed to see if I could mend the gate. I even tried to repair it, Jack replied. That's what I was doing out in your yard. That is the reason why he was still in the backyard. I see, said Old Man Twinkle. He didn't look quite so fierce now. So when he was asking so many questions, he was very aggressive. But after listening to the answer of Jack, he looked a little less fearful. Then who are the other boys? Asked old Twinkle. Don't be angry with me, Mr. Twinkle, but I really can't tell tales, said poor Jack. Jack was not willing to tell the names of his friends. That's why he said that they are my friends and I don't want them to get into trouble. Old Man was quite happy to see the reply and he himself told him the names of his friends. And the boys' names were Harry, Peter, George, and Henry. So the old man already knew the names of the boys. Jack was in surprise. How did you know? Jack asked. Did the boys tell you after all? He thought that when old man Twinkle was interviewing George, Harry, Henry, and Peter, they might have confessed. Do you think the same children? Let us find out. Not one of them. So none of them confessed what they have done. They pretended to be surprised. They pretended not to know. They told me untruths, but I happened to see you all swinging on the gate when it broke. So I knew all about it, you see. The old man said that none of them confessed, none of them told him what had happened. Instead, he saw them swinging on the gate when it broke. Jack was startled. He was very embarrassed. So, though he saw them doing that, though he know that none of them told truth, he asked, Jack requested to choose any one of them for the job because all of them were really nice boys. For that, Mr. Twinkle replied that he had already made the choice for the job. Jack asked him, who is the lucky person, who is the boy did Mr. Twinkle chose for the job? Children, what do you think? Whom did Mr. Twinkle chose for the job? He is you. So it is none other than Jack. Yes, I know you are small, but you will grow, especially if Mrs. Twinkle makes you pudding every night. So when Jack met Mr. Twinkle, he gave the reason for not applying for the job. That was because he was very small, he was not clever, and he was wearing ragged clothes. For that, now Mr. Twinkle was giving the solution. What is the solution? That he may be small, but he will grow. How he will grow? By having the pudding which is made by Mrs. Twinkle. And he is not clever as his friends, but he will be clever after he will have a good food. After having good food, which will make his brains grow too. And Jack was wearing ragged clothes. that will be solved when he will get pocket money from which he can buy better clothes. Jack was very happy as well as very much surprised to see the answer given by Mr. Twinkle. In a confusion, in a dilemma, he asked Mr. Twinkle, "Why do you choose a boy like me? The others are bigger and cleverer." So we can see that Jack was wearing rag cloth. He was not clever. He was not physically fit as his friends were. Though because of all this lack, yes, weakness, Mr. Twinkle chose him over his friends. Why do you think he chose Jack instead of his friends? Yes, let's find out. Others may be physically fit, clever, or having good clothes. But Mr. Twinkle wanted a boy who would own up when things go wrong, who would speak the truth, and who is loyal. So these qualities were missing in his friends, which Jack possesses. If you are loyal to your friends as you have been just now, you will be loyal to me too. Mr. Twinkle said that, "Now I can see that you are very much loyal to your friends. If you are loyal to your friends, that means you would be loyal to me too. That's why I'm choosing Jack over his friends. That's why I have chosen the right boy. Because Jack is very much honest, responsible, clever. Clever means not intelligent or cunning. Clever in the sense he at least tried to repair it. He has that quality. Yes, that's why Mr. Twinkle chose the right boy. So he had, for Jack is with him still. So till now we have seen that when Jack was a little kid, at that time the shopkeeper or the old man Twinkle chose him. Yes, but now the time has passed. It's been a long time. Yes, in the present, and right now he's still with Mr. Twinkle. Not as an errand boy, not as a delivery boy, not as a boy who will take the cart and go around in delivering the goods, but as the head of the shop now and doing very well indeed, all because of a broken gate. So because of one incident, now at present Jack is the owner of the shop because of his honesty, yes, his responsible character. He became the owner of the shop.